All right. Who scheduled Mrs. Atwater for a facial at 11? That's Mrs. Barrington's hour. How many times do I have to tell you people? I'll take care of this.
Still having trouble with the help? You have to teach them respect, Lorena. That or pay them more.
Leo, what the hell are you doing here?
Unclench your teeth, my dear. It's terribly unbecoming.
I have nothing to say to you.
You're wrong. You've got some explaining to do. Starting with this place. It's awfully extravagant. However did you pay for it?
I'm warning you, Leo. Get out now or I will call the police.
The police? At least you haven't lost your sense of humor.
All right, Leo. If that's the way you want it.
Drop the act, lady. We're having a little talk.
I'm leaving for the spa.
What about breakfast?
Oh, I'll grab something on the way.
No. I meant my breakfast.
Well, you'll have to get it yourself. The kitchen is right through that door there. The pots are to the right of the stove and the dishes are to the left.
I'll give my business to Kelly's.
Well, now there's an idea. I must say, you men are just so clever. If you can't find someone to wait on you at home, you go on the outside and you find someone to wait on you. That's very ingenious, Robert.
Look, I know that you're an honorary member of the WIB, but can we put the Jermaine Greer bit aside just for the moment?
Just for a moment, though. I really am late.
Yeah, well, I'd like an explanation.
For what?
This attitude.
Your attitude is the problem, Robert. I'll see you for dinner.
What would you like?
Oh, surprise me.
Eggs over medium, the way you like them.
You didn't have to go to all this trouble?
Well, I enjoyed it. Usually you leave so early, I don't get a chance to fix your breakfast.
Yes, I know, but you didn't even make anything for yourself.
Oh, I had a piece of toast earlier. Oh. So how's the coffee? It's a new bean I'm trying. Jamaica almond mocha.
Very good.
I'm going to the store a little later. Is there anything you want for the trip?
Well, you're the expert on cabin life. Whatever you think we'll need.
No, I meant to eat, you know, something to nibble on the drive up.
Oh, well, anything you like is fine with me.
You're not even nervous, are you?
Well, I'm not as nervous as you seem to be. Darling, calm down. Everything is going to be fine.
I know. I want everything to work out.
It will. It will. We are going to have the time of our lives.
Oh, you stay put. I'll get it. Hello?
It's Grant. You all ready to go?
Sure am.
Wonderful. And Mr. Andrews, not dreading it too much, I hope?
Amazingly calm.
I told you that he'd get used to the idea. Now, when are you two planning on leaving?
Around 1. How about you?
Not to worry. I'll be there way ahead of you.
Okay. See you then.
Drive carefully.
Bert Ramsey here is beating around the bush.
All right, they walked out.
Who?
The women, every last one of them. The phones aren't being answered, the reports aren't being typed up, and there isn't an officer who can go into court because the files are locked up and the women have the key. I'm telling you, the place is at a standstill.
Well, what do you know? They really did it.
And, Robert, that isn't the worst of it. It isn't just the women in blue. It's every woman on the force. When they heard you wouldn't negotiate, they all banded together.
Now, wait a minute. That's not true. I was quite willing to negotiate. It was this Crystal in her brown shirts. It was going to be unreasonable. I mean, look, Holly was there. She was at the Versailles room when she came sig-heiling in. I mean, I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
They say that Holly is one of them.
An honorary member.
Well, whatever the case may be, Robert, this has gone beyond pickets and idle complaints. These women really mean business.
All right. Let's not panic. That's what they want us to do.
I tell you something, we have got to do something because the department is coming apart at the seams.
Okay. Now, in your considered opinion, what are the pressing issues?
Oh, I'd say the typing and, of course, the files.
You said the files are locked?
Yeah. Bertha has the key, and she will not relinquish it to anybody. But as far as the typing goes, there isn't a man on the force who's gone beyond hunt and peck.
All right. Call up a temporary agency and list all their typists.
I can do that, but tell me, what about the files?
You said, Bertha's got the key. That's got to be Bertha Jackson.
Yeah, she's the only Bertha on the force.
She's not the only Jackson, though. She's married to Harvey Jackson.
Yes, and
yes,
I have had him working on her all morning. She said she will not give him or anybody else the key.
Well, that's ridiculous. How can a man possibly call himself her husband?
Hey, he's doing the best he can.
Well, he can't be. Listen, Bert, you listen to me here. Every man knows how to make his wife cooperate.
Oh?
All right? Now, there are certain little buttons you've got to push, certain moments shared together, feelings, occasions, all of that sort of thing. Harvey knows it, and if he doesn't, he's a pathetic excuse for a husband.
I love that kind of talk. Why don't you try that out on Holly? And if she becomes a turncoat, they might all just join in right behind him.
All right, let's see how we go with Harvey and Bertha first, huh?
Okay, you know, I could use some help down there. You coming in?
Yeah, no point in sticking my head in the sand here.
Good. Grab me. What's wrong?
Holly, let's put my coat somewhere.
Can't live with him? Can't live without him.
This is important, Bert. Now, listen, this coat. Have a look around. It might be upstairs. Look, it's a brown thing. Shiny-looking belt. Help me, Bert.
Morning, Lorena.
Oh, hello, Holly. You're certainly in here early this morning.
Oh, not really. It's almost 10. The first appointments will be here.
Oh, well, look at that. My watch must be slow.
Drop by the boutique later on, would you? I've got some things I want to show you.
Okay, just give me a few minutes.
The least you could have done is introduce me.
What would be the point? You're not staying long.
How do you know?
I thought I made my position clear.
I don't care about your position, Lorena. You still haven't answered my question.
I told you the money is all gone.
Yes, but you didn't tell me where it's gone.
Look around you. Every last penny went into this spa.
Really? You sure it was such a wise investment? I mean, the decor is very impressive, but the concept I'm not so sure about. You really should have come to me before you took such a big step.
I must not have been thinking.
I should say not. But, alas, it's done. Can't turn back the clock. I'll just have to be satisfied with being a partner.
Partner?
Well, half the money's mine. Half the spa's mine. That's sound enough logic, don't you think?
Huh. All right, if that's the way you want it, Leo. You're now a partner in $250,000 debt.
You must be joking.
The costs ran over, and to pay my bills, I had to sell off most of my participation.
Well, there must be something left over.
Not enough to pay you back.
Oh, that sounds so final, Lorena. Surely we can work out something.
I'm open for suggestions.
Awfully impudent, aren't you? I mean, considering the compromising position you're in.
I'm just facing up to the facts, and I suggest you do the same, Leo. Now, I've got to get to work. There's clients coming here.
Is there someplace we can wait?
Meet me at the Floating Rib in 45 minutes. It's a restaurant 2 blocks from here. Make a left out of the parking lot. The restaurant's on the right.
The Floating Rib.
It's before lunch, so no one will be around.
Don't keep me waiting, Lorena. My patience has been tested enough for one day already. In fact, much more of this, and I just might lose my temper.
Don't worry, I'll be there. Ah, Mrs. Barrington, so lovely to see you again.
Here I am, ready for my day of beauty. Just point me in the right direction.
Good, good. Follow me. We've been expecting you. Go ahead.
I guarantee it, Grant. When we get back, you'll be a changed man.
More like Grant Putnam?
Grant, don't be silly. No, I don't want you to change a bit. I like you just the way you are.
Good. Then do me one favor, would you, please?
Anything.
Don't try so hard.
What do you mean, Grant? I just want things to go well.
So do I. And I'm sure that my counterpart does as well. But Celia, if we try to force this thing, it's going to end up just like that dinner with Boris and Tanya. A miserable failure.
So long as you're comfortable.
I will be. If you will just stop treating this thing like a blind date. We're all adults and we'll all behave accordingly.
You're right. Thank you. This means a lot to me.
To me, too. Now, you give me a couple of hours to get my studying done, and we'll be ready to go.
I've got a couple of stops to make myself. I have to stop at the market and then go to the spa and drop off some pillows.
Don't spend too much.
If you don't study too much.
There is no such thing as too much study.
Okay. Well, be packed by the time I get back. And Grant, you know, if you give him half a chance, I think you'll find that Grant Putnam is not so bad a fellow.
Sure I will.
Say equal work for equal pay. Women in blue, what do you say? Equal work for equal pay.
What do you mean you don't know how to
Women in
connect me to other
blue, what do you
departments? How am I
say?
supposed to do my
Equal work
job?
for equal pay. Women in
All right,
blue,
put
what
someone
do you
from
say?
dispatch on.
Equal work for equal pay.
What? You don't know how to do
Women
that
in
either.
blue, what do you say?
Terry, get over here.
Equal work
Yes,
for
Sergeant,
equal
having
pay.
a problem?
Women in blue, what do you say? Equal
gotta hang
work
Sullivan
for
on-
equal pay. Women in
from
blue,
traffic.
what do you
On your
say?
switchboard, he
Equal
doesn't know what he's
work for
doing.
equal
It's a
pay.
mindless
Women
job,
in
Sergeant.
blue,
Anyone
what do you
can do
say?
it.
You know,
Equal
Sullivan,
work for
he has
equal
trouble
pay.
remembering his name
Women in
when it comes
blue,
time
what
to
do you
sign a
say?
ticket.
At least he gets to write them.
That's what you want to do, write tickets?
I want to be a detective, and the only way to become a detective is to get street experience, which I will never get if I spend the rest of my life behind a switchboard.
All he has to know is which button to push.
Tell him to try his belly button. It hangs so far over his belt he should have no trouble finding it.
Come on, Terry. Quit fraternizing with the enemy.
Sullivan? Anybody there? Dan. Sergeant Wilkerson, how can I help?
Hi, honey.
Forget it, Harvey.
Come on, show a little sympathy. The guys are starting to give me a hard time.
Where is he?
Good.
Look, it's just a stupid key
Why
with a
the strike
stupid
the
filing
heat? I know
cabinet.
if I
What
was
difference
him, I'd
will
be
it
in the
make?
first
Well, you tell me. You're the one who wants it so badly.
I know where you keep it at home. In the desk drawer. Did you leave it there? Did you leave the key at home?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I found a much better place. A place where only brave men dare go. Don't you dare.
It's not like I've never been there before. We are married, Bertha.
Not for long if you keep that up.
This is ridiculous.
No, darling, this is war.
Oh, what do you know? Reinforcements.
ourselves an interesting, good-looking sergeant or something. Hello, we're from the elite secretarial service. Someone called and said you needed help.
We sure do.
Ladies, you want to hold it right here, please? Before you get to work, I think maybe you better know the score here. This is a strike, and if you cross our line, you could be in big trouble.
No one mentioned a strike at the office.
Well, who's your boss?
Mr. Applebaum.
Well, that explains it. A man, another man exploiting women for his own profit. You see, it doesn't matter the industry. The story is always the same.
Maybe we better not get involved.
Oh, now that's the spirit.
We'll tell Mr. Applebaum that the positions were filled when we got here.
Well, why lie? Tell him the truth, that he's a male chauvinist pig.
Okay, let's start that again.
Women in blue, what do you say? Equal work for equal pay. Women in blue, what do you say?
Everybody quiet!
Come on,
Hold it down.
Now, I have an announcement to make. What you're doing is illegal. You're interfering with us doing our jobs, and I think you all know that. It's called a felony. Now, you can either leave peaceably or be dragged out.
Let me get this straight, Commissioner. You are giving us the day off?
I'm giving you 2 minutes to get out of here. Otherwise, be a guest of the city.
I guess I'm on my way to the spa, then. Oh, and Harvey, don't expect any dinner tonight. I'll be dining out with the girls.
Women in blue, what do you say? Equal work for equal pay. Women in blue, what do you say? Equal work for equal pay.
That was a little longer than 45 minutes.
Things came up. I couldn't get away.
It's always been one of your problems, Lorena. You have no sense of priorities. Here I've come all this way to see you, and you keep me waiting. Life at the fat farm can't be that hectic.
It is when you have demanding clientele.
It's another one of your problems. Misplaced loyalty. You're back there holding hands when you should be here begging my forgiveness.
I don't know how to beg, Leo. It's not in my nature.
Lorena, hi.
Hi, we thought it was you.
Yeah. Oh, what a surprise. I didn't know doctors took brunch hours.
Comes with the profession. We grab our meals when we can.
Yes, and today it happens to be eat and run. We both have very tight schedules.
Oh, well, then please don't let us keep you.
Well, actually, we sort of wondered if it'd be okay if we joined you. That is, if your friend doesn't mind.
And the friend doesn't mind at all. Join us. I insist.
Thank you.
mind? Here.
Oh, it's a lovely dress.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Alan Monica Quartermain. This is Leo Russell, an old and dear friend
Hi.
of mine.
How do you do?
Hello.
You mentioned being doctors. Is that you, Monica, or Alan?
Both of us.
Yeah.
2 doctors in the family. Must come in awful handy when someone requests a second opinion.
Well, actually, we have different specialties, so the opportunity doesn't really present itself that often.
You must be a surgeon.
Yes, I am. How did you know?
Well, the hands, of course. Thin and delicate, the exquisitely long fingers. Look at these hands, Lorena. Have you ever seen such specimens?
Yes, lovely. How kind of you.
No, I never pay a compliment unless it's deserved.
I think we better order before it's too late. I assume you two have already ordered?
I know, we just sat down.
We were just stopping in for coffee. Leo was just telling me he has an important appointment. Isn't that so, Leo?
Oh, well, I'd hardly call an appointment to get my teeth cleaned important. I think I'll stay and have an early lunch. What do you recommend, Monica?
Well, let me see.
(1942), when the men marched off the war.
We accept donations, too, of course.
Well, it is tax deductible.
Charitable contributions? You bet.
Then you can count on me. How's business going?
Well, it's getting better every day.
Yes, the spa seems to be picking up, too. I suppose it does take time for word to get around.
What brings you in?
Lorena's famed Day of Beauty. I've just come from that deliciously awful aerobics class, and I'm now waiting for my facial. Tell me, what do you know about the mud pack?
Well, just that it's the best thing in the world for your skin.
Ooh, well, I hate to admit it, but I've never had this kind.
Mrs. Barrington, your life is about to change.
Well, I hope it works. I've had these days of beauty before, and they ultimately turn out a fright.
Well, that certainly won't happen here. I know that Lorena personally supervises all the makeovers, so you'll get just the look you want.
Mrs. Barrington? Sorry to keep you waiting.
Coming. Be right there. Wish me luck.
Remember, when they put the face pack on...
I know. Hold my breath. Nice chatting with you, Holly.
Well, drop by again.
Ah, thought I might find you here.
Oh, hello. I drew double shift this week. An hour on my feet, and already I'm getting blisters.
Oh, come on, admit it. You love it.
Well, only when I make lots and lots of sales. Why don't you help me out? I've got a lovely new line of brooches in. If you buy one, I'll give you half off.
No, not today. I just stopped by quickly to drop off some new pillows for the lounge.
Well, I'm due for a coffee break about now.
No, I have another stop at the market to make, and then straight home.
Sounds like you've got lots of plans.
Didn't I tell you? Grant and I are spending the weekend with Grant Putnam at his cabin in the Adirondacks.
That sounds very interesting. Just the 3 of you?
I know, it does sound a little strange, doesn't it?
I'm just surprised that Grant would agree to it.
My Grant, you mean?
Well, yes, Grant Putnam is hardly his favorite person.
I know, but I just figured since they have to live in the same town that we might as well make the effort. And anyway, Grant Putnam is very high on the idea.
How about your Grant?
Well, it's hard to tell. He's very enthusiastic right now, but I don't know how he'll be once he gets to the cabin. I don't know how much the DVX told him about the place or about the real Grant's experiences there.
Well, if it's like everything else, probably a lot.
I just wish I knew how he's going to react, especially to the people.
You mean there'll be other people there besides Grant?
Well, old friends, local people. The Nielsen's, for instance. They're Grant's neighbors, and I know they'll drop by and we'll probably all be reminiscing.
If you're worried about how he'll react, why are you going?
I don't know. I guess I feel if we don't do this, that we'll just be running away. And I don't want to spend my life like that.
I don't know. Opening up old wounds like that, it sounds really dangerous to me.
Dangerous?
For your Grant. I mean, you're playing with fire here, Celia.
Holly, don't be silly. It's a weekend, one weekend. If it doesn't work out, then Grant won't ever have to go again.
And you told him that?
He knows.
You sure?
I'm sure. What are you so nervous about?
Well, I'm not nervous, but you should be, considering the position you're putting your husband in.
Looking for these?
My library books.
You left them at the trailer. I was down picking up my check. Look through that top one. I don't know how you make heads or tails of that stuff.
Sometimes I don't. That's the problem. Boris, why don't you come in? I just put some coffee on the stove.
Oh, thanks. I've got to get my car down to the shop. Carburetor needs cleaning.
Oh, that can wait a few minutes. Come on.
Oh.
Celia is out shopping.
Oh?
Yes, you can relax. I promise she's not going to be back at least for another hour.
In that case, I'll come in for a minute or two.
I thought so. You know, you really have no reason to be scared of her.
Oh, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I know she doesn't feel very comfortable around me.
Yep, it's all in your imagination, my friend.
Oh? If you say so.
I do. Now, coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. I've already had 2 cups. That's all Tanya allows me.
That does sound like Tanya. How's she doing?
Ah, you wouldn't believe it. This new work she's doing?
Uh-huh.
I've never seen her so excited about anything. I mean it. She's blossomed like a flower.
Really? Is she already administering therapy herself?
She got her first assignment yesterday. That singer who was beat up. You might have read about it in the paper.
Yeah. What, Frisco Jones. He's the lead singer of Blackie's old group.
That's the one. Big celebrity. Anyway, that's all she's been talking about.
Good. I'm very pleased for her.
Hey, listen. The 2 of us are going to that lumberjack contest in Albany this weekend. Why don't you come along?
I would love to, but we've already got other plans.
Oh, you and the missus, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going up to Grant Putnam's cabin in the Adirondacks. Celia says it's a lovely place.
What about the company?
You mean Putnam?
Oh, yeah. Won't it be kind of uncomfortable, the 3 of you, there together like that? Say it rains and you have to stay inside the whole time.
Well, fortunately, the forecast is for fair weather.
Ah, still.
Look, Boris, please, I admit I'm not thrilled about the idea, but it's important to my wife, and I think the least I can do is endure it for a couple of days.
All right. But if I were you, I would stay clear of that Putnam. He can't be doing this because he wants to.
According to Celia, I have misjudged the man. He has no ill will toward me whatsoever.
I don't know about you, but I find that hard to believe.
Maybe you're right. Then again, maybe we will have a wonderful weekend. Who knows?
I bet Grant Putnam does. Thank you. I see you.
Thank you, Boris.
May I help you?
Well, I hope that you might be able to. I'm looking for a nightgown for my wife. She always wears the same type, and it's sort of frilly.
Perhaps you could ask her the name of the manufacturer.
It's a gift, and I really don't want to ruin the surprise.
I see. Well, you can look, but we've got quite a big selection.
Yes, I know you do. That's why I was hoping that the store might have some record. My wife's name is Celia Andrews. She has a charge here.
Of course, Mrs. Andrews. And you're Grant Andrews. I recognize you from your picture in the paper.
Yes. You know my wife then, do you?
Oh, I wait on her all the time, and I know her taste. We have some right here.
Mm-hmm.
What about one of these? They're her size and everything.
Yes. I think I'll take this one. She looks so beautiful in beige.
Cash or charge?
Cash, if you'll take it.
Birthday wrapping? Anniversary?
No special occasion. It's really just going to be a beautiful surprise.